Okay, that is Brent Mason's solo from a Tim McGraw's song called My Next 30 Years, which came originally from an album called A Place in the Sun, which is an absolutely great album. I popped it on this morning and I'd forgotten just, every song is great. Ballads, country songs, upbeat songs. It's just an incredible album. So, if you've got a taste for I hesitate to say quality songwriting, but if you've got a taste for great songs, he's got a fantastic voice, obviously, and just the best players that money can buy. Then any Tim McGraw album will do it. Especially, by the way, 9 Lives with Def Leppard. That's a good one. I'll get into that later. So the song is in F, and it rides on a high F chord, and then that little slide. So it's got a high F chord, and then that little slide, which is a D and an A, and then a C and a G. And it's got that bit, yeah? So we've got this high chord, and you can play that as an octave if you want, and go. Because, somebody else is going to be playing the F chord, right? All the notes in the solo are in F major. So if you know that scale, you know where all the notes are, right? Now, it's played in one pass, and as you may be aware, it lasts 9 seconds, No Ben Eller jokes here, but the solo lasts 9 seconds. I love Ben, by the way. He's an absolute magnificent player. So, first thing you hear is this, right? So it's like the reverse of. So we're coming off this high F. That's the first phrase. And it's pretty even. So you pick every note. And then we go down that in a kind of relative major way. Right, so we've got this chord. This chord, by the way, I'm sure you know, is a C chord. It's a D shape, 2 frets down, right? So we've got bend the C, all in one position, right? It's played with a little swagger. It's not played with the customary rock and roll wailing vibrato, and it's far more precise than that. For me, it's not my usual Earl Slick, Jimmy Page style that I aspire to play in. It's a lot more precise than that. So there's your first line. Then just run down that line like that. So if it were in D, it would be what we'd call a 5-note pattern. But obviously, we're using the same notes, but we're in F major and D minor being the same. So we've got bend that one. And then this. And that's the end of the first half. So we go from A to C. And then we pull that bend down. Stop. So we've got and we're halfway there, right? Then we play this double stop. And you slide up. So we've got this F and an A. And go. So we're playing that harmony. Like that, we're playing it the same. So, picking fingers. Or fingers. Whatever you want, right? Slide up. Slide back down. Then we've just got one phrase left, which you may recognise from Steve Lukather. And this is. So that's an F major arpeggio without the low F. So we go like that. So we go A, C, F. Then we bend the G, and then we reach round with our pinky, and then we play F, D, F. Right? So let's play it really slowly. Hey! And that's it. It's, as you may know, it's over in 9 seconds, and it's just an absolutely glorious, beautiful piece of playing that I would hold my hand up and say I could never have come up with that in 1,000 years. You know, maybe you could. I don't think I could, but I can show you the notes, and if you want to play that song or use those licks in your playing, you know, by all means, feel free. Brent Mason is a virtuoso. He's a virtuoso with soul, you know, like all the best guys, you know, Tom Bukovac, Dan Huff, you know, whoever. So there's your soul, Brent Mason on Tim McGraw's My Next 30 Years. I hope your next 30 years are really good. And before I go, I'd just like to say one thing, right, to anybody out there. What would you call this sound? Right, so let's stop playing that solo. What would you call that sound? You know, would you call that a, you know, Telecaster through a clean amp sound? Would we call it, you know, a Firebird, you know, through a Blazing Marshall sound? What would you call that? Hey! And I'll tell you what the sound is next time.